Thank you very much. 8:31 right now. Welcome back. We are joined this morning by Deputy Chief Brian Foley of the Hartford Police. Happy Easter. Good to see you.
Happy April Fool's Day.
That too, I guess. You put out a statement early this morning about drag racing going on in the city, something you've been following.
Yep.
What developments can you tell us?
Street racing is a trend we've been seeing for years in the city, and the neighbors complain about it, and it's also a very dangerous type of thing. We put speed tables or speed bumps out there in certain long stretches where they happen, but they're very loud, very dangerous, and then you mix in if the kids are drinking or using drugs, and it becomes a potential bad situation for everybody. So we watched last night covertly. We watched a group of street racers. We waited for them to enter the Walmart Plaza at 495 Flatbush Avenue. From there, we were able to block all the exits to Walmart, and then so we were able to slowly approach them very safely. They really had nowhere to run. They couldn't get their cars up over the curbing there. It's very big, so we had them boxed in. We made 53 infractions last night, some arrests, and then some kids actually ran from their cars and left their cars behind, and so we took those with us too. So those were taken to tow yards. So we just want the kids, hey, don't do this in our city, and find other ways to do it, because it's very dangerous.
You've got to be safe out there.
Yep.
Also, a story we were following since I saw you last surrounding Tashana Jackson. There's now been a life sentence involved in that case. What can you tell us?
So a life sentence, you don't want to see anyone, he's just a bad person that needs to be off the street. It's not something that we're going to celebrate because that Tashana Jackson thing was very close to us. We investigated it, our homicide team, and she, when that first came in as a missing person, something stuck out about it with our investigators and our detectives that something wasn't right with it, and the family was very concerned. It's not something that she does. And then we ended up getting her cell phone records, and we ended up finding her last ping was in a heavily wooded, deep wooded area in Keeney Park, way up there, and it was very concerning to us. Organized a search party. Our detectives went out there. We pulled every recruit out of the academy. Unfortunately, we found the body in Bloomfield behind a slaughterhouse. It's under some brush, and then we ended up finding out she was in the van with this Robert Graham guy. Looked at his history, and what a criminal history this guy had. I mean, he had shot a person in the face, he had raped a 16-year-old girl. I mean, this guy was doing a life sentence in installment plans, really. But the key thing happened when we found his van, and it seems like it's always a van, right? The back seat, the fabric had been ripped off of one of the back seats. And our detective team got that van inside, and they went through it with a fine-tooth comb. And when you reach inside a car and they have those hooks that you hang your clothes on?
Right.
They pulled one of those hooks off, and they found one of her blood droplets behind that one of those hooks.
Really?
Yeah, so it was just incredible detective work by these guys. They ended up finding a lot more evidence after that was enough, and then enough, obviously, to get a conviction, and then a significant sentence. I mean, I got to say, the streets are safer knowing this guy's behind bars.
Nothing to celebrate, but congratulations on that.
Those detectives, they are just amazing. These are real homicide detectives. These are the kind of detectives they make TV shows and movies about. They're right here in Hartford, and they're amazing.
And since I saw you last time, we had the death of State Trooper Kevin Miller.
Yeah.
Something that I know you lined your department up on I-84 as his procession came by.
Yep.
Talk to me about that loss, and also about what it was like to stand there with your department as his body.
So I was sitting next to Chief Rosado, who's our new police chief, but he was with the state police for 20 years, obviously, when we got the news. And I showed him the alert that I had gotten on my phone. Obviously, he was very concerned and then very saddened when we ended up learning what had happened. I can't say there was any big plan. We didn't know what to do. We just kind of felt this was the right thing to do, and it's a coping mechanism for us in law enforcement. There's not a lot that we can do. I mean, we see these horrible things day in and day out, and just tragic things. You see families, kids abused, and you see a lot of death, and it wears on you. And then when one of your own dies, you have to somehow show some sort of respect and a way of coping personally with it. And so what we did was we just lined up along the highway as the body went by, and it was difficult to see. And you got troopers driving by, and you can see they're crying in their cars as they're driving by. And I've never seen the highway stop like that in 24 years. I've seen similar things anytime there's been in line of duty deaths, and it's not a lot of fun. But it's good for our officers, and I'm very proud of the women and men of the police department and the fire department. Wow, the fire department did a great job. They hung that huge flag over 84, welcome to the city of Hartford. Amazing, and we got so many pictures on social media of that flag hanging. So we thank the fire department and our police department. I'm very sorry to the state police and their family, and they know we're standing right beside them.
even though you don't work with them, it's still a family, right?
It is, and you know, there's friendly competition, but you know, Chief Rosado was a state trooper. He was standing out on the highway with us. You know, it must have been tough for him. He's obviously was leading us out there, and we were all very honored to be a part of it. And it wasn't just us. You know, East Hartford PD, West Hartford PD, they all lined the highway. I've never seen that happen in 24 years, and damn, I hope I never do again.
You've seen a lot of stuff. All right, we want to end on a light note. Two things. One, in addition to the Hartford Marathon, Pedal for the Medal.
Awesome.
Can you tell me about it?
Kyone Wolf. This is a grassroots thing, and what it is, so everyone knows we have the Eversource Hartford Marathon in October. This is pre-marathon. In the morning hours before it, they're going to actually bicycle the route. It's 26 miles on the bike. It's great grassroots. I'm going to try to do both. See if I can do the bike and then the run, and it's just going to be a great event for the city. Have more people coming into the city riding their bikes, and we have such a great biking community in the city of Hartford.
And Mr. Hartford, Yard Goats opening day, that's coming up, right?
Awesome, I can't wait. Last year, such a safe event. It's going to be safe again this year. We think the most dangerous thing there is probably that hot dog and bacon on a glazed donut there, or the 32-ounce beers that you order when you go. But other than that, it's going to be, we can't wait. Opening day is coming up, so everyone come down. A lot of inertia this year going into the season. Everyone's pumped for it, so I can't wait.
And before you go, just to celebrate Easter, we did, we do a little Easter egg hunt here at the studio. We did hide one Easter egg. You don't know about this. Somewhere here on the studio, you have 15 seconds. Can you find it? This is seriously.
Do you want me to do I
try it? Just you got 10 seconds.
Do I have to frisk you?
9, 8. No frisking. 7.
This is an April Fool's
6.
joke. I'm not falling for it.
April Fools, everybody. Heath did not fall for it. He's the man. All right, Deputy Chief Brian Foley. Thanks.
All right, partner.
Happy Easter. All right, moving on now on a serious.